All right, my friends, how are you today? Aaron here bringing your daily horoscope for Friday, the 5th of November, 2021. We've got the moon in the later degrees of Scorpio. The sun is in Scorpio as well. Just completed this Scorpio new moon on Thursday, so hopefully everybody's been enjoying that energy. Dealing with the deeper side of ourselves, the shadowy side, the deep, passionate things that drive us, the things that make us move, get excited about life. Well, the moon will be leaving Scorpio around 8, 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time to enter the sign of Sagittarius. We've got Venus leaving the sign of Sagittarius today, entering the sign of Capricorn, where she will be for quite some time because Venus will retrograde, I believe, in later December. So it's going to be all the way, into January. Venus will be in Capricorn. Now, Venus in Capricorn, I like Venus in Capricorn. Venus in Capricorn get a bad rap. Anytime anything enters Capricorn, the Saturnian pressure, that pressure that Saturn puts on anything and everything becomes highlighted. So, of course, when Venus moves into Capricorn, there's that pressure on that of which we value. Now, again, this is going to be a theme we'll be talking about for several weeks here. That of which we value. Those things that can't withstand the pressure. It's like, well, why do I want this trinket? Why do I want this thing? Does this make me, feel better? With the, let me show you the chart here. With Venus moving into Capricorn and with Uranus in Taurus, this really makes us question of that of which we value. And does those things that we value, do the things that we value, do they hold the test of time? Saturn, Chronos, Capricorn, this is about time. And the thing I love, absolutely adore about Venus in Capricorn is it's about commitment. This is about committing to that of which you love, that of which you desire. Capricorn says, yes, I'm going to commit to this. I'm going to reach the top of that mountain. I'm going to reach my goal, whatever it may be. I'm going to change. Things are going to transform. I think Venus is going to hit Pluto 3 times within this retrograde cycle that's coming up. But we're not quite there yet. But still, Venus entering Capricorn, nonetheless, is serious about commitment and what we value. And if it's, we've got Uranus here in the ruling sign of Venus, which is about creating change, uncertainties, the volcanic eruption, the eureka moment, the aha, the earthquake, the earth shake. These things are creating change in what we value and what we find as stable, something we talked about yesterday, and finding stability and comfort, and that of which makes us feel comfortable is up for a lot of change. And if we're not feeling safe, if we're not feeling comfortable where we're at, we have this time here with the sun, with Mars in Scorpio, with Venus in Capricorn here. This is like doing this deep work to find out what brings us joy, what makes us happy, what makes us get out of the bed in the morning and say yes to life. Not just like, okay, I've got to get out of bed because I have to, I have to go to work because I have to pay my bills otherwise. It's just like, these are all things that are almost demanded of us once we say yes. Once we say yes and commit to something. I'm saying yes as an adult. I have to survive as an adult on this planet. I have to contribute. I have to work in some way or another. So that me getting out of bed for the chore of job, well, what am I doing for my work? This is a lot as well between 10th house Capricorn stuff, again, depending on where this lies in your chart. But we're looking at evolutionary astrology here. This isn't just about an Aries or how this aligns with a Cancer or a Virgo. It's just like, this is the big overall picture that we're all going to be going through. So it's like we have this time over the next month to really focus on that of these deeper desires. And then it's like, okay, it's starting to commit. And if I'm not comfortable in where I am right now, what radical new ideas, new concepts, breakthrough ways of perceiving life, or it might be uncomfortable to step outside on this edge, but this will bring me that joy that I'm seeking, or whatever that joy is that we are seeking. And then, of course, Mercury is going to move into the sign of Scorpio at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on the 5th. So Mercury as well is like saying, look, we have to, do this kind of work. We have to sit here and stare into our reflection, stare into the shadow. And again, the shadow is anything that's, this is between me and the light. So here's the light, here's me, which means my shadow is going to be here. It's like, it's something I'm not always aware of. I'm going toward the light. This is our natural seeking beings. We go toward the light. So during this time with Mercury out of shadow now, out of retrograde, going into the shadow, everything is in full motion. Like let's look at the chart again. There's Uranus is retrograde, Neptune is retrograde, Chiron. We don't have to pay attention to Eris. This is a very, very slow moving outer questionable planet asteroid thing. Nonetheless, our three personal planets, Mercury, Mars, Venus, are all direct right now. Heavy hitter Saturn and Jupiter, which we still feel these. These are two that are still within, we can see these in the night sky. These greatly affect us. Neptune, Pluto, Uranus, they don't affect us. They're not our personal, and these retrograde every 6 months. About 5-6 months, for about 6 months of the year. So we have a lot of forward momentum going on right now, and it's just like we're coming out of 18 months of a really interesting time of life where none of us are going back into the world the same as we were since January of 2020. So now there's this new world in front of us, these new technologies that have crept in, and we have virtual yoga classes and virtual meditation and virtual schooling. This all deals here with Jupiter and Saturn in Aquarius, Uranus being here in Taurus, changing the tradition, changing that of how we are normally stable and functioning as a society. We have all this time now to sit with ourselves, and Mercury moving here into, there we go, into Scorpio, and the moon's going to move into Sagittarius. This is going to be its last journey here, conjunct the South Node as well in Sagittarius. As our eclipses, the nodes are about to move into Scorpio and Taurus, about to leave Gemini and Sagittarius. So the moon now entering the sign of Sagittarius, the philosophers had this last time connecting here and allowing ourselves to truly sit with ourselves, sit with our shadow, see what it is that we need to work through. Allow ourselves to truly disconnect from those things that no longer serve us to where we're going, and then really taking a look at our lives and committing. We've got Mercury here creating this little sextile over here to Venus. Venus septile to Jupiter. This is big picture stuff. So it's like these two are working together saying, yeah, let's take a look at these deeper aspects of my life, the things that I might not bring as much attention to, because if I do, I don't like what I see. It's like, yeah, bring that stuff up. Commit to saying yes to that. Learn about yourself. Be your best friend. You have to live with yourself every single day, let alone other people. We're talking others. And then Venus septile Jupiter. This is an amazing connection of other people, committing to our friendships, committing to ourselves, committing to other people, committing to the group, committing to saying yes to life, to not shying away from those things that are hard, difficult, challenging, allowing ourselves, the space to create change, to transform our lives. Who we were yesterday doesn't have to be who we are tomorrow. It's a great recipe. All kinds of really good stuff. And lastly, Chiron still connecting to the North Node in Gemini. Don't be afraid to seek new options, new ways of doing things, new ways of learning. These are all these are really playing into each other together right now to create this fantastic brew for self-exploration and committing to yourself. And when we find out what it is, that thing that we want, desire in our lives to bring us that joy, saying yes to that and not giving up. So good energy, my friends. And we're going to continue this. Again, Venus in Capricorn is a really great place. I love Venus in Capricorn. All right. I love you. I wish you enough, and I'll see you tomorrow.